Hello, and welcome to China for the third round of the Dynamic Racing League F1 2018 Championship. Now, this will be a 3-lap practice race, I hope, if we have set it up properly. And I won't be commentating because I never do during a 3-lap practice race, but just enjoy watching people practice. Be back in a bit, guys. apologies for the slight delay. Someone is currently restarting the PS4 and we want, of course, to have as many people as possible in the session, so please bear with us. Thank you. Hello! If you're just joining us, hello and welcome to the third round of Dynamic Racing League here from China. Now we've had 2 rounds previous to this, hence it being round 3 in Australia and Bahrain, and we go into this round with Storm 2006 UK in joint first with Orb King. However, Storm 2006 UK did win the first race, therefore he is topping the championship. So as we wait for everyone to come in and make sure there is no issue with that. Will everyone make it in? Ryan Kai 7 seems to be experiencing some problems, and there we go, I think we are in. Before we get going, let's see what the weather is doing here. It is of course a track that does have changeable weather conditions. So it could possibly be wet or about to rain, so we will have to wait and see what happens. But in the championship, let's go through the top 10. Currently first in our championship is Storm 2006 UK. A really good performance in the last race, finishing first. Not in the last race, sorry, in Australia he finished first, very surprisingly, and in the last race he did actually finish 6th, which probably is not what he was expecting after such a good race. Second place is Orb King with 33 points, like I said, joint first place. He in the last race finished 3rd in Bahrain, and also in Australia he finished 2nd, so double podiums so far as we see cars now making their way out the pit lane. In 3rd is Clout Eater ACC on 26 points, and then following from him is Little Paul 78, King Jake, Kabale Toprak, Hixie 123, Perry the Dog 6, Biffa Chipmunk and Hughes Moves. And first out on track is Biffa Chipmunk driving for Mercedes. So let's get all the things we need up on this board here ready for today. So, who will qualify on pole today? Obviously last time out was Alpu Mutke who qualified in pole position on the super soft tyres. So will he be able to qualify on pole again? Biffy Chipmunk, who we are watching now, last time out qualified in 12th place, so obviously he'll be hoping for an improvement. Out on the super soft tyres, not super soft, sorry, my apologies, the ultra soft tyres, so it'll be interesting to see what sort of strategy he employs today. So Mattis, I'm going to keep calling him Mattis, I think I've been told to call him, excuse me, Mattis has left the session now. We were waiting for him before the session started, and he does seem to be experiencing some sort of internet connection issue, so we will have to wait and see. And Hixie123 has joined. So there are a few odd things going on in this session regarding connection, which could make it interesting in a bit. But now let's see the first lap of the day from Biffa Chipmunk as he goes down the start finish straight, heading towards turn 1 now. Is a really tight corner, just downshift very late on, down 2 gears, down to 5th. He's slowly changing down gears just to get more grip on the front as the weight transfers towards the front axle. You want to get as wide as possible here, maybe use a bit more of the track than you're seeing Biffa doing, and missing the apex completely there, Biffa. Going up now towards this turn, you want to wait for the 100 meter board, break down into 3rd gear, maybe even 2nd, just to get the front turn straight up to 3rd gear so you don't get too much of wheel spin. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 2017 you have to change down for this corner. Is it flat out now? It's just about a slight lift there for Biffa Chipmunk, but obviously it depends on what setup you're using down through these gears now. This is a really annoying corner because you feel like you can go quicker than you actually are down to 3rd gear now for these 2 sections. Up towards the final snail-like corner, I'm going to call it, down to 2nd gear. Doesn't take much curb, and again doesn't take much curb here. Must remember the new curb dynamics in this game. The car always wants to drift out wide, and you always want to put your foot flat down, but probably not the best exit possible as you go through all the gears up into 8th gear, opening DRS as you cross the line. And now looking out for that 100 meter board to get ready to break down into 2nd gear, possibly 1st gear. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 to get down to 1st. Probably should have gone down to 1st if he didn't. Yeah, I would have gone down to 1st just to get the front dug in. Up to 6th gear, down to 4th or maybe even 3rd for this corner. Only stays in 5th, that surprises me. DRS wide open as it opening a lap of 1:32.0. Last year's pole time was a 1:32.6, so I believe that 1:32.0 will easily be beaten in a minute. But in terms of a good starting lap, that could do, as we see Jayor now crossing the line to set the quickest time, 1:30.9. Told you I thought it could be beaten. I was proven right. So Orb King now in Sector 3, 5-time champion. Although this track, he's only ever had 1 win around here back in 2011, the summer season, and that was my first race, but we'll talk about that more in depth later on. So he's had 7 podiums here, 1 win, and has been 2nd for the last 3 years, so he would want to change that today. So let's see what sort of qualifying he can put in. Jeff Singleton moves up to 3rd and just been displaced to 3rd by huge moves. So Orb King now coming towards the final corner of this lap. Let's see what sort of lap time this delivers. 1:33.9, not a very good lap, but what tyre? He's on the medium tyre, so must watch out for that and see what sort of tyre strategies people are employing. I do believe if you start on the ultra soft, you'll have to do a 2-stop tyre strategy. However, if you start on the soft or mediums, you could probably get away with a 1-stop strategy. But let's see. Jeff Singleton, is he on a quick lap? Can't really tell, doesn't seem like it. Oh, he's not on a quick lap, is he, anyway? Sector 2, we've got a yellow flag. That's just Owen moving out the way. Perry the dog. 6, driving for Toro Rosso. Is he on a quick lap? On soft tyres. Waiting for it to grip up. So let's just go through and see what tyres everyone is on. So Jayor was on the ultra soft tyres. I believe, yes, a bit of a Chipmunk was on the ultra soft tyres as well, now in the pit lane, as you can see. 3rd place Ryan Kai 7 at the moment, also on ultra soft tyres. 3rd place, oh sorry, 4th place if I can count, is Hughes Moves on the soft tyres. Let's just watch the end of this lap, see how that goes. He seems to hook that corner up very nice in 2nd gear. You can tell he's doing the classic controller driving with the constant adjustment. There you go. Open to DRS. Let's see how this lap goes. 1:33.1, stays in 4th place. Slower than his last lap, only by 3/10 though. 5th place, Jeff Singleton set that time on the ultra soft tyres. 6th place is Orb King, who did set that time on medium tyres. Okay, so Mattis should rejoin with 5 minutes to go roughly, so. But I don't know if you'll be able to go out in qualifying. Let's wait and see. So who's just jumped up to the top? So is something going on with Brizzy? Nah, I think it's just the classic gears not working again. He seems to be fiddling with a lot of things to make something work. So Orking's time down 11th there doesn't really seem that great at the moment. So where is Brizey going? I don't really understand what Brizey's doing right now. It's almost like he's trying to drive with his eyes closed. Not good when people are trying to take this seriously. So I do believe that Owen will go out again, probably on a soft tyre. Again, I don't know what the weather is doing in this situation, so we'll have to wait and see. When the race starts, sometimes it's better to go on mediums or soft, especially if it's predicting a wet session, because you don't know when the rain's going to come, so it's best to start on a tyre that will last longer to give you more options. But Jayor looks quite safe up there in P1. Now I'm trying to work out what's going on with all these yellow flags. I think it's just literally people slowing down to let others past. Let's ride on board with Alpu Mkezi. Finishes lap 4th position at the moment. What sort of thing can he do on the way out? I really hope the audio corrects itself eventually. 2nd place on the soft tyre. Interesting, I don't know if he will be using that tyre for the race. If he is, it won't be what he told me earlier, so let's wait and see if that is his race plan. Or will he go out on quicker tyres again in a minute? So currently in pole position with 9 minutes remaining is Jayor. In 2nd place is Alpu Mutke. In 3rd place is Biffa Chipmunk. In 4th place is Ryan Kai. As I invite, can I invite? No, I cannot. Used to be a way you could invite, wasn't there? Oh, it's not an option for me anymore, unfortunately. So, try joining off my friend thing, Mattis. So, Ryan Kai, as I was saying, is in 4th position. In 5th place is Carter 5510. 6th place, Perry the dog, currently in the garage. All using soft tyres. Little Paul. Is he soft tyres? Yeah. Little Paul in 7th place. 8th place, Hughes Moves. 9th place, Abu Jagawa 16. I'm going to call you Abu. I know your real name, Met, but 10th place, Jeff Sington. 11th is Brizey. 12th is Orking, who's decided to go out on the soft tyres now. This is only an outlap, we'll ride back on board again in a minute. Spike is in 13th. Claudio in 14th. 15th is Mattis, because of course he disconnected. And 16th is Hixie, who also disconnected. So 4 seconds up on his time. So why is there a yellow flag in sector 1? If we carry on riding on board with Owen, maybe it will show us why there is a yellow flag. Yellow flag's quickly disappeared. I think the battle between Mattis has finally joined. That is good. So Mattis and Claudio, not Mattis, sorry, Orbiking and Claudio will now be going head to head in this race. 7 seconds up, really hitting those apexes. Let's see what he can do going down this back straight in the Ferrari. Currently 3rd in the championship. Only 8 points off the lead, so a race win here would definitely promote him up to 2nd. So let's see what sort of lap time this produces. A 1:32.2 to move him up till 5th. So what happened? Is Owen crashed again? I think Owen's crashed. I think I may have missed that. Did Owen crash while I was watching something else? At some point. Yeah, Owen's retired from the session. So has Owen crashed? Okay, so I've got a really good bit of information from Hughes Move saying track has cool conditions, lots of grip available to the drivers. Thank you for that. So You don't want to see the pit lane. You want to see people out driving as quick as they can. So let's ride on board with Carter 5510 now as he goes for a quick lap. So driving through the first section. Apparently this is Fernando Alonso's favourite section on the whole calendar, which I find hard to believe. But anyway, Jayor just goes quicker and sets the fastest lap of 1:30.7. But we're all riding on board now with his teammate Carter 5510. Locks up, misses the corner, messes up his line completely, brings the rear out way too much as he goes down towards his fast left-right. So if Orpking has actually crashed, don't know if he has, he may have just retired from session, that'll be the third qualifying in a row that he hasn't completed through an accident, which I find surprising. So maybe he's onto something that we don't understand, because let's be honest, he's joint lead in the championship. So maybe he knows something that we don't. So I just got a message, thank you Biffa Chipmunk, Owen went in gravel. So it would appear that Owen did actually crash, according to Biffa. That's what I'm reading. He may have just gone off and retired. So odd. Let's see. So Carter currently in 6th position, going down the back straight. DRS wide open, brakes, locks up, goes wide onto the AstroTurf, drifts it out of the corner, not the quickest way, onto the grass, making a bit of a mess of this lap. Does he hit the apex? Yes. Doesn't take the whole track, doesn't take the right line, and he crosses the line to stay 6th, I guess. Yep, no improvement there. So it's going to take a mighty lap from someone to beat Jayor, because Albuquerque is within a second. So, but what tyre did Jayor used? Jayor did use the ultra soft tyre, so be interesting to see come a few minutes time how that fares in the race. Albuquerque did qualify on the soft tyre, again not what I was expecting. Claudio is on the soft tyre as well, so the soft tyre seemed to be preferable, but we don't really know at the moment what will happen in the race. Otherwise there'd be no point of watching or no point of racing, because if you know what's going to happen, then why would you watch? 5th place. I'm just looking at the tyres people have used. 6th Carter ultra soft, soft, ultra soft on Perry the dog, ultra soft and Hughes moves. Brizzy 11th with ultra soft. Jeff Sington with ultra softs on. Spike's got softs on in the garage. Mattis has got softs on as well. Oh, so he could get out. That's amazing. I'm really glad, happy for him. As he takes a spin. No, he doesn't, keeps it on. But it is good that he got out, because I know in the past I've disconnected from a qualifying session and I couldn't rejoin and take part in this session again, which is really frustrating. Just got another viewer. Hi, 9th viewer of the day. Hope you're enjoying this. So I do apologise if I stop talking for a while and you get bored watching what's on screen, but I'm trying to juggle loads of things to see what happened. As he goes down the back straight, I really hope the audio corrects itself at some point. Just make it a lot better with a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2, but normally it's just someone slowing down to let someone else past. So Matt comes into the pits. That was worth watching him then, wasn't it? Who's going to be the next to cross the line? It's difficult to tell which part of the track some people are on. This turn 1. No, this is the middle section. Everyone's slowing down in the middle sector to try getting out each other's way. I know this is near the end of the lap. Let's see how Perry the dog 6 does. It's a slow lap. Yeah, it's a very slow lap. It's an out lap by Hughes moves. Brizzy. Jeff Sington 8/10 down in his time. Very far to the left as he entered there. Bit wide of the apex. Doesn't really straighten the corner out properly. He gets himself over to the right hand side. Not over the right hand side enough, bit tight to the left. Now he misses the turning point. It goes very wide. It means he'll be too far to the right for this corner. Have to slow down more than he should need to. Very wide understeering out, and he has to slow down even more to hit this apex. Gets it nice and clean. Finally gets back on the line. Bit far to the left. You need to get to the right hand side as far as possible, as Matt has retired from session. Probably didn't have enough time to complete a lap. Goes very wide, misses this apex. It means you'll probably miss this apex. Go out wide over to the AstroTurf. No, he doesn't quite, but it's too far to the right now, missing the racing line completely. Middle of the track for some reason. I'd be over far to the left so I didn't have to straighten it out. DRS. what sort of lap time can this present. I've just noticed the audio has gone back to normal, which is very nice. Down into the 100 metre board, braking down to first gear. We're completely missing the apex, going really wide. 6th gear, down 2 gears. Along the front straight, crosses the line, still 12th. So we've got a bit of a qualifying battle now on. So Jayor is about to start his lap, but who else is on a quick lap? Let's see if we can just take a quick guess. So Claudio and Alpi are in the pits. Dog has found himself up in second with clear connection issues. So very good qualifying position for Dog, but again, both of them are on ultra soft tyres. He's going to try retiring from the session, I presume, or just getting out of the way. So let's see what people start doing. Is there anyone on track who can beat Alpu and Claudio? Let's find out. Let's ride on board now. Biffa Chipmunk. He'll be the first to cross the line. He moves up to 3rd. Does beat Alpu Mutke and Claudio in the crucial ultra soft tyre placing. Is Jayor going any quicker? Dog seems to abandon that lap. I think Ryan Kai is the next to complete a lap by the look of it. Oh, Spike. Let's ride on board with Spike. Let's see what Luke can do. Over to DRS. Currently 15th. Stays 15th. There's this Ryan Kai now to ride on board with. He is on the ultra soft tyres as well. Let's see what sort of lap time this is. Opens up to DRS 131 something, 137.16 to move up to 4th. So the ultra soft tyre users getting in handy there, as we can see that Dog 6 has backed off. Is Jeff Singleton on a flying lap? No, he just finished and crossed the line in 12th. So that is your qualifying order. Jayor is in pole position on the ultra soft tyres. Very good from him. Dog 6 is qualified in 2nd on the ultra soft tyres. This is going to become important later on. I'm also writing it down if you're wondering why it takes so long to set. In 3rd place is Biffa Chipmunk, who also qualified in ultra soft tyres. So we've got a few ultra softs in the front. 4th place is Ryan Kai, who I believe also qualified on ultra soft tyres. I think 5th place was Alpu Mutke. Wait and see. Oh, I'm glad I got a reward for that. I didn't really do anything, but thank you. Oh, 5th position was Hughes Moves. So Hughes Moves made huge moves there. See what I did there? That was clever on the ultra soft tyres. 6th then, on the front runners on the soft tyre is Alpu Mutke, starting on the soft tyre, followed by Claeta ACC, also on the soft tyre, followed by Hixie 123 on the soft tyre. 9th place is Carter 5510. Carter 5510, and he is on the ultra soft tyre. So a bit out of position there, Carter. Little Paul 78 is in 10th place. As you can see, it is actually sunny, and Little Paul 78 is on the soft tyres. 11 is Abu Jugua on the soft tyres. Very interesting split here with what people have decided to choose. In 12th place is Jeff Singleton on the ultra soft tyres. 13th place is Brizey on the ultra soft tyres. And 14th place, 14th is Orb King on the medium tyres. It's be a very long stint for him, and obviously you want to be hoping that he avoids contact. So I need to see who's in 15th place. 15th place is Spike as we start the formation lap. So in pole position is Jayor on the ultra soft tyres. setting the fastest lap today. In second place, Perry the Dog 6, also on the ultra soft tyres, driving for Toro Rosso. Currently, he is 8th in the championship, and if he finishes where he started, it'll be a very good haul of points for him. In third position is Biffa Chipmunk, one of the longest, well, the longest standing driver in our league. Currently 9th in championship, hoping to improve on that position today. Ryan Kai is currently in 4th position. Currently 4th position, well, he qualified 4th position. Where did he finish in the last race? He finished 13th-ish, but that's a bit of a contentious because he didn't actually finish. In 5th place is Hughes Moves, very good racing driver. Currently 10th in the championship. In 6th place is Alpu Mutke, not ranked in the top 10 at the moment. One bad race, the second race he couldn't make. In 7th place is Clanky to ACC. He's a one-time champion for 2014. Can he improve from his starting position in 7th, but of course on the soft tyres? In 8th position is Hixie 123, currently 7th in the championship. 9th is Carter 5510. Making his race debut here this season, I believe. 10th is Little Paul 78, driving for Red Bull. In 11th, Abu Jugagua 16, otherwise known as Met. In 12th place is Jeff Sington on the ultra soft tyres. Brizey is in 13th place. 14th place is Orb King. 15th place is Spike on the soft tyres. And in 16th place is Mattis. And what tyre is he on? He is also on the soft tyre. So today we will have 28 laps of running around this 3.38 mile circuit with 16 corners. Who will win today, as there's been a collision on the formation lap between Spike and Hixie, so they've been disqualified from the formation lap, which of course means nothing at all as we now prepare for the start of this race. So as the tension builds, to wait for the final cars to get into position. What do we want? Race car noises. When do we want them? Meow! And here we go. And Perry the Dog's got a very good start there on the inside of the track. Can he keep this position? He defends as he's all over the place because of lag. Second place is Jayor. Now third is Ryan Kai. There's a car going off in the background. Who was that? Who was that going off? Alpu Mutke is in 4th position. There's a bit of contact there. I see some debris flying up in the air. In 5th place, Claudio. Can we see these races coming through? And Biffa Chipmunk, who is in a bit of a battle now. So Alpu Mutke is the front of the soft runners, soft tyre runners. Can he break down the inside of Ryan Kai? As Ryan Kai goes for a dive on Jayor. Would that come off? There's contact between the two. Ryan Kai will be going side by side there with Jayor. Mattis has got a 5-second stop-go penalty for cutting the corner, but we don't really know what happened there. Ryan Kai is going to go very, very wide as Alpu Mutke also drifts wide. Is that a bit debris there on the side? I couldn't quite see. Can he get past Ryan Kai here? You see Hughes Moves is going down the field. Orb King hasn't really had a good start. We must remember that he's on the medium set of tyres. The only person in this field to start on the mediums. As you see in Alpu Mutke thinking about moving Ryan Kai. As you see Claudio going off, going wide. There is Claudio. Can he get back on the track now? Yes, he can, but he's now under threat from Biffa Chipmunk, who did start. Where did Biffa Chipmunk start? He started 3rd, so he's gone back down the field a little bit. So as the field starts to even out, Biffa Chipmunk's all over the back of Claudio, goes to the inside. Can he make a move? See up ahead, who's that? Ryan? Oh, Claudio, very late move on Hickson's got front wing damage there because of it. That was a very late dive up the inside, but he will have paid the price for that. As we're just looking ahead, looking everywhere, and there's someone who wiped the cone out there. Was that Hixie? Who are these cars battling for the podium position? Alpu Mutke, Ryan Kai, they've contact. I'd be surprised if he hasn't got damage from that. He may have got away with that, you know. Don't know how, but he may have got... Oh, is behind. What has happened here? Biffa Chipmunk's been put in a spin. There's two cars, very slow. Brizey, Biffa Chipmunk, Hixie, Carter, all involved in that. As we see Hixie go off wide of that corner. Trying to keep an eye on what's going on here. As a very late move down the inside. Hixie's got absolutely no M plates left. Absolutely none. Where did that Red Bull go? There's a Red Bull around here a minute ago, wasn't there? Is that Hixie? No, there he is. Jeff Singleton all over the place. So he's experiencing some sort of lag in that position there. So Perry the Dog has taken the lead of this race so far. Orb King now looking on a move on Carter. Can he make it stick as we wait for him to come through the corner? Someone dives inside of him there. Yes, I think he made that move stick. He didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't get through at that point, which is surprising for Orb King, who is pretty good around this track. So let's see what sort of positions. Okay, so the position change as we just wait for them. As Alpine Mutke loses position to Brizey. Hughes moves 5 seconds stop go penalty. So people are getting quite a few penalties already here. As you see someone dive into the pits. Who is that diving into the pits? Was that Alpine Mutke? Alpine Mutke's had to dive in the pits. So he must have had front wing damage. Who's that keeping to the right hand side? Who are we riding on board with now? Okay, I need to change telemetry. That's the one we want. Hughes moves staying to the right hand side. So the position change. You can see Perry the Dog has overtaken. Let's just... Perry the Dog has made his way up into the lead from second position on the ultra soft tyres, so he will have to pit quite quickly, maybe even do a 2-stop race, so that'd be quite interesting to see. In the second place is Jayor, who's lost the position off that start. Ryan Kai's made a position up on the start, done very well there. Closely followed by Claudio Clatti to ACC, who started 7th, and he is now the front runner. He is the front runner on the soft tyre, so he's positioned himself very well for the rest of this race. I'll think of the word I was wanting in a minute. Brizey, 91 on the ultra soft tyres. Made a good start there. Has he made position 2? He's made 8 positions up. That was a very good start by Brizey. In 6th place, Orb King on the medium tyres. So him and Claudio starting off very well. And is he going to make another position up here? He's made 8 positions. Is he going to now make this 9 positions off the start? Dives to the inside. Brizey has it covered. Brizey goes off. That should be position taken. I think it is. Very good job there by Orb King. In 7th position is Jeff Singleton. As we now see the front runners on the ultra soft tyres, Perry the Dog and Ryan Kai come into the pits and change onto the soft tyres. So Perry the Dog has now gone onto the soft tyres. Lap 3 they pitted. Who else came into pits? Ryan Kai onto the soft tyres. Alpine Mutke. What tyre is Alpine Mutke? He's had to go onto the medium tyres. A very early pit stop. Probably an unscheduled pit stop. But he has had to go into the tyres. Stops. Let's see who has stopped already then. So as you can see, it's already played out very well for Claudio and Jayor and Orb King. Sometimes qualifying position isn't everything, as you've just seen. It's taken 3 laps, which wasn't enough to open a gap. There's not enough advantage on the ultra soft tyres in such a short race to make it work. So first position now after the first couple of pit stops have been made is Jayor, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see him come into the pits on this lap. But then there is a massive gap, so he could get away with another lap or 2. But if he pits for a soft tyre, surely they wouldn't last the whole race. Is he going to come into the pits? No, he carries on for another lap. Interesting. Claudio in 2nd place now after starting in 7th position. 3rd place is Orb King on the medium tyres. Be interesting to see what sort of pace he has come towards the end of the race. He is gaining. He is gaining on Claudio. Jeff Singleton is on the soft tyres. He did start on the soft tyres, didn't he? Yes. No, Jeff Singleton started on the ultra soft tyres, didn't he? So why is it showing his soft tyres? Where's Jeff Singleton? So how is Jeff Singleton on the ultra soft tyres when he qualified? On the soft tyres when he qualified for the ultra soft and he hasn't pitted yet. Oh, did he start outside the top 10? My mistake, he started outside the top 10, so of course he could have started on whatever tyre he wanted to. So 3-second penalty for Hughes moves there. So if you have a look, Jayor's the odd one out at the moment. So Claudio, Orb King, Jeff Sington, Spike, Perry the dog has stopped. Yes, and he fitted the soft tyres. But if you look, they have kept their position. Perry the dog's going to struggle now if he wants to make up places in this race and possibly fight for the win. He has to get past Spike very quickly and make the most of these new and fresh soft tyres. As Spike starts drifting out wide, and Perry the dog will be diving into his slipstream now and waiting for the DRS to open wide as the lag made that look really confusing. Did he get past? Yes, he did. He did. And Jayor's got 5 seconds stop go penalty for speeding the pit lane. That's not going to help his cause. Of course, he is actually fighting with Perry the dog for position technically. So where would Jayor come out? Jayor is still coming out of the pits. He's in 6th position at the moment. So Jayor comes out in 6th position. Perry Dog, has he just gone off, or is that just lag? I think it's just lag. So in 7th place is Ryan Kai, who did start in 4th position, so he's lost a bit of time there. In 8th is Biffa Chipmunk. So these early stops hasn't worked out for the moment, but short-term loss maybe long-term gain. Little Paul 78 closing down on Biffa Chipmunk now. Is this the closest battle? We have got a battle for the lead going on here, haven't we? Why am I missing that? So as we can see, Orb King is closed down on Claudio, Clatty to ACC. Let's see, he's got the massive overspeed now. Dives down to the inside on the medium tyres. Can he make it stick? We dive to the outside view now. These are our two current only remaining champions in this league. Yes, they are the only remaining champions in this league because I've left. So the two champions fighting it out. Owen, of course, a 5-time champion. Claudio, 2014 champion. As did Claudio whack the back of Owen there? It looks like he did. He's gone wide. Has he sustained any damage to his front ring? No visible damage at the moment, but it doesn't mean there isn't any, as we saw from Alpu earlier. So Owen has taken the lead of this race on the medium tyres. Hasn't stopped yet. So you'll be looking for someone like Perry the Dog 6 to close that gap down to Jeff Sington and to Claudio. But I do believe they'll have to do another stop eventually. So as Biffa Chipmunk has made his way past Little Paul, as these... Oh, it's not the battle I was looking for, but... Here we go, Perry the Dog on Jeff Sington. Let's see if he can go around the outside. That is a good move if he can make it stick. He has made it stick. That is a very good move there from Perry the Dog. The highest up of the people who stopped early on in this race. Jeff Sington, of course, hasn't stopped. Started on the soft tyres. Jayor, is he going slow? No, it's just the way it looked. Spike, of course, hasn't stopped. So did he start on the soft tyres? Yes, he did start on the soft tyres. Ryan Kai there in 7th position. Still in 7th position. Biffa Chipmunk and Little Paul 78 are having a bit of a battle here. Let's see, can he make a move into this corner? He chooses not to make a move, which is quite interesting, both on the medium tyres. Hoping not to stop again, one would presume. Now can he get this move done as Biffa Chipmunk really defends the inside very early on this straight. But now you start to see the overspeed. Biffa Chipmunk will probably come across a bit more in a minute. Little Paul trying to go around the outside. I can't really see what's going on because of the halo. And he goes around the outside, which will now become the inside final corner. Has he made it in front? Yes, he has made the move, but there will be DRS down this back straight. Can Biffa Chipmunk fight back instantly here? I don't think he can, and he will now remain in 9th place. That does of course open up the opportunity for Hixie, who has had to pit and come on for the medium tyres. He started on the soft tyres, so Probably had damage of some sort on the opening lap there, because you wouldn't have thought he had to come in that early. Anyway, Hicks is currently in 10th position. In 11th place is Bryzy91, who did start 13th, I believe, on the ultra soft tyres. I can't get my pen to work. There we go. Not that you guys are bothered about my pen. Tier 13th for Bryzy there. So I think that's all the ultra soft runners. Where's Carter at the moment? So Abajagua is in 12th place. And he did start on the soft tyres, and he had to pit again. So he pitted for the soft tyres. Unless he started on the ultra soft. We don't really know, do we? I'm making up as I go along if you haven't noticed. Hughes Moves is in 13th position. And he did start on the ultra soft tyres and did come into the pits for a set of soft tyres. He started in 5th place and currently finds himself in 13th. I think he did have a few adventures on the first lap, if I remember rightly. Carter also on the soft tyres. So all the ultra soft tyre runners have pitted. So I need to cross that little number out there. Okay. So as the race starts to settle down, as we've just missed a move between Bryzy and Abajagua. Can Bryzy take this place back? There's Biffa Chipmunk as well. We're looking up that Biffa Chipmunk battle with Little Paul still going on further up the track. Can he make the move? Stick. The first corner is not really a place. Yeah, I find the second half of the corner is always a good place to try making a move though, but not quite for Bryzy91 this time round. Got to watch he doesn't run into the back of Abajagua. So who's behind Bryzy? Hughes Moves is starting to make his way up towards this battle now for 11th position. So Perry the Dog is one to watch in this race because he is currently on soft tyres, has already pitted and is keeping up a good pace and gaining on the cars in front. So of course when it all plays out for the pit stops, he could in theory take the lead. He will have to keep his pace up because he may have to stop again and do a 2-stop, but it depends what he has to stop on. So why has Spike suddenly gone back down the field a little bit? What are we watching here? Spike and... So this battle here is now Ryan Kai and Spike are fighting for position as Hughes Moves is gaining on Bryzy as well. As they come down the back straight, Hughes Moves makes a move between teammates here. They've got to be respectful. Can the Haasers get through the corner unscathed? Yes, but Bryzy did massively go off the track to make sure there's no contact there. That does open the door up for Carter a little bit. He does drift it around that final corner and loses any chance of overtaking. But then Bryzy's all over the back of his teammate once again. These teammate battles are always tense, aren't they, to watch? As they try fighting it out here and not make contact. The last thing you want to do is make contact with your teammate. I keep saying Aston. Oh, it was a spin. Oh, disaster. That is Bryzy out of the race. Is that Hughes Moves that spun? Yes, the Hughes Moves spun out there and wiped out his teammate. Told you don't want contact with your teammate. Told you that would be bad. And Hughes Moves has made the decision to retire from the session. I'll just make sure he doesn't get in the way of myatesftw. That was quite a big incident and quite a big crash there. That wasn't really expected, was it? As he has to pull over to the side. Wow, that was drama. So Hughes Moves there, spun out on the curb on lap 11 and wiped out his teammate, who is Bryzy. Bryzy was just minding his own business. That was drama. Wow, there's no safety car, nothing like that has come out because of that incident, but well, that's something I haven't seen before on here, or in a while anyway. So let's see. So, oh wow, I just saw I've only now gone back to the chat on the stream. I need to press live on that and press play. Yeah, so Chris Hughes has just messaged that chat saying how he screwed up so bad there, 100% his fault. Yeah, we all make mistakes. I've made mistakes. I've wiped out teammates before, as I'm sure my former teammate here, Silvero, worked together for Mercedes back in 2013. Yeah, we did. 2013, I drove for Mercedes 2013. It wasn't my best season, but very good. Where did I finish in 2013? I finished second here in 2013 driving for Mercedes. So, and I was behind Josh, Mr. Mansons, which is unfortunate. Yeah, awesome 231. Yeah, those are the days. Driving back for Mercedes back in 2013. Yeah. So, currently, sorry, I was just reminiscing and getting all excited about my life. So, as we see, someone's going down the field. So, as people have started to make their second stops, as I try catching where they are. So, the second stop there for Alpu Mutke. So, as I find him, it's Alpu Mutke's had to make a second stop and pitted onto the soft tyres. This has not really been a good start to the season for Alpu Mutke, as he nearly runs at the back of Jeff Sington. Alpu Mutke did start 6th, let's not forget, and he was the highest qualifier on the soft tyres, so that hasn't worked out very well for him. Also making the second stop now is Mattis, I agreed to call him, and he is now pitted onto. So that's 3 stops apparently for him. He's now onto the medium tyres, but I believe he did leave, didn't he? So I think he said ultra soft the second stint. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see what sort of battle's going on here. And Claudio has come into the pits on the soft tyres. So this 2-stop strategy. I can see why Owen had to change the front wings. Yes, there was front wing damage on Claudio's car, and he's coming to the pits now for medium tyres. Is that his second stop, Claudio? No, it's Claudio's first stop. My mistake. That's why I was a bit confused. Claudio has stopped for the first time. So who else hasn't stopped yet? According to my writing, Spike in 15th. Spike is just pitted. Claudio goes off. Claudio goes off as I was talking about it. So what was going on there? I'm just looking at this stream here. He was going wide. He just drifted wide by himself. Just drifted wide all by himself. As Spike comes into the pits, comes out of the pits now, and he re-emerges on medium tyres. So Spike on the medium tyres now, so it just means, so Hixie does look like he's ghosting and has left. Alpu Mutke's pitted again. Why has Alpu Mutke pitted again for another set of medium tyres? Was there damage? Has he left? I'm running out of space to write on what tyres he is on. I'm going to have a look if I've got a message from him. So, I have got a message from him. Feel free, by the way, to comment on these videos or message me to say what's happened in races if you want me to say a comment out loud. Ryan Kai is an idiot, but that was earlier on, so don't really know what's happened there. Anyway, in first position, dominating this race, is Orb King. Now, Orb King is, of course, a 5-time champion. Well, in this league, as Abachikua has got a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane. Not good. So Abachikua is making his second stop of the race. Soft tyres come off, medium tyres go on for Abachikua, who qualified in 11th and is currently running in 10th. So made a position up. I'm sure Spike's just going to overtake him, yeah. So Hughes moves his left the session, which is unsurprising, seeing as he crashed, and he did own up to that mistake. He was the one who spun out and wiped out Brizzy on lap 11. So I was going to go through the order until I got distracted by Abajigwa pitting. So in first place is Orb King, 5-time champion in this league, 7 podiums as I said earlier, 1 win, and has finished second in the last 3 years here. So of course he'll probably want to change that today and make that 1 place better and finish the race in first place. Currently second in the championship. Where's Storm 2006 UK? Storm 2006 UK has left the session at some point and not come back. So at this rate, he is going to take the championship lead by quite a margin at the moment, is Orb King. Orb King has of course for the last 2 seasons been my rival, and I am not racing currently because I am studying for something and I can't really reveal too much. Not because it's like, oh, I'm doing anything, but for reasons again I can't disclose. Yeah, I'm studying at the moment. Long story short, studying, can't race, I can't put time to it, so I just commentate instead. Anyway, enough about me. Orb King has been my rival. I say enough about me, then I'll talk about me. Interesting. So Orb King has been my rival for the last few years. Very good racing driver. Races in real life, go-karts. Won the Le Mans 24... No, he didn't win it. Did he finish second? Finished second in the Le Mans 24-hour go-karting race. Does a lot of go-karting. Very good go-kart racer. Yeah, very nice guy. In general, of course, being a 5-time champion is a lot of expectation on you. But that shouldn't weigh on him. He does come under pressure occasionally near the end of the season normally, though not towards the beginning of the season. Normally he does have a shaky start to seasons. That's the way I normally had to beat him, is beating him in the early part of the year, and he always gets stronger as the season goes on. So now he's going to be leading this championship, if he stays like this of course, come the end of this race. Then he is going to be nearly unbeatable come the end of the season. He may win it very early on and take his 6th title, which of course would be one better than Hamilton come the end of the year. I just said it. Yes, I did. I jinxed it. Second place is Jayor. Jayor currently isn't ranked in the championship. He finished the first race in 9th position, so he mustn't. And yeah, he finished the first race in 9th position, so he took 2 points, and finished the last race in 10th position, so he would have taken 1 point. So he's got 3 points currently in championship, which means he isn't in the top 10. So these haul of points, if it does again finish like this, would be very, very crucial to him. In third place is Perry the Dog 6, one of our American colleagues, which could explain the connectivity problems that he is currently experiencing. You see, he just keeps stopping. He isn't actually stopping. Don't be alarmed. Just connectivity issues, which is really annoying. Netcode and all that. Sometimes this happens. Very frustrating, but I'm not racing, so it doesn't affect me. Just to be selfish. In 4th position is Ryan Kai 7. Now, how well has his start of the season gone? Well, finished below the top 10 in the 2nd race. Didn't register in the top 10 in the 1st race either, which is a shame, but it happens. I don't know if he actually raced in the 1st race, so it could be why. So, what's going on? Perry the Dog is pitting. Jayor is pitting for the 2nd time. What tyres have they fitted? Perry the Dog has fitted soft tyres. Now, can those soft tyres go until the end? I would believe they could. So, Perry the Dog pitted for soft tyres. Jayor has also pitted for soft tyres. And he's now stuck behind Little Paul, who's on medium tyres. He could probably go to the end of the race, but this will be the fun battle to watch. Now Claudio is now all over the back of Perry the Dog after that stop, so it does mean that Owen now has a gap of 32 seconds So he will easily get into the pit to make it back out again, and we'll be on fresh soft tyres and make it to the end of the race. So he probably wants to go mediums to ultra soft maybe? Can he do that if he makes it last long enough? But we're going to stay with this battle for the moment as Giles tries making a move on Little Paul here. Little Paul finished last race in 7th place. He's currently 4th in the championships, 21 points. So he's had a pretty good start to the season. He finished the first race on the podium. So good start there for Little Paul 78. If you're hoping he's not little anymore, but big to make sure Giles doesn't get past it. Giles moves to the inside. DRS, a fairly simple overtake. Well, he does go wide. Does that present an opportunity now for Little Paul to come back at him? Does Little Paul decide against that? Little Paul decides that it isn't a good opportunity as Owen has pitted and he's come back out again. And he has come back out again and he's fitted the soft tyres. So it looks like Owen could win this race, which is, well, surprising to be honest. The dog has actually disconnected, so Claudio is fighting with that disconnected car. I always get worried when things like this happen because it's not Perry's fault. And he's reconnected again. Perry goes down. Oh, this is just, it's messy. I get worried because I had 2 DNFs last year because of, well, connection, which was really frustrating. But these things happen as Dog goes wide. But anyway, this is the closest battle on track at the moment. See, it says Dog's disappeared off the track. It's so frustrating. It's not Dog's fault though. You can't help it. You can't do anything. You can reset your internet and all that, but at the end of the day, you can't do anything. You just got to be really, really careful when you're following like Claudio. But then Claudio is experienced now. He is, like I keep saying, 2014 champion. Finished 2nd here in 2014. 2014 is a very memorable race for me around this circuit. It was the place of my first ever win in the league, driving for Sauber back in 2014. I stayed with them for the rest of my career then. Driving for Sauber, it was a wet to dry race, and I think I came and pitted in. It changed conditions, so I had the wet to dry, dry to wet. Anyway, I had to pit. Change tyre. Well, I didn't have to pit. I decided to come in, pit, change tyres in the hope that I could beat Claudio, and then I think I was even in the lead anyway. So I thought, right, I'm going to take a risk. And the penultimate corner, at the hairpin, I got past him on the last lap to take the position to take the win. It was a very nervy win. That was the first ever win. So Claudio and I do have fond memories around this circuit together. Claudio has never won here, but of course to finish 2nd, and again, as I said, is the 2014 champion. So he's not shy of racing and being quick over the course of a season. And I want to give a little shout out here to Biffa Chipmunk. He did start 3rd. He has gone backwards kind of, but so how many pit stops he's done? Biffa Chipmunk, he's done 2 stops and he's come in for the soft tyres, wherever. So he started. So yeah, that ultra soft strategy hasn't worked out for him. But Biffa Chipmunk again, 2015, 2016, not 2017, but 2015, 2016. We were engaged with Owen in some pretty manic battles. 2015, Owen and I managed to come out on top, 2nd and 3rd. 2016 I won that race with Owen in 2nd. So we did have some good battles. If you do want to watch them, the videos are on my YouTube channel, the 2015 highlights and 2016 highlights of this race. Just scroll back through my videos and you think you should be able to find them. There are a playlist of the season review. But yeah, we did have some good battles along with Orb King that year, which was pretty fun, and and the battles were enjoyable. Just making sure I get my grammar correct. So Abajagua 16 is closing in on Jeff Sington. Both on the medium tyre here. It's difficult to get around this corner and get on with this track of course, I am the expert of this track. I have taken 3 wins here. The joint highest, along with Juan, 2011 champion or 2012 champion. One of our champions. Sorry, as I was doing that, I missed the fact that Abajagua made the move for 9th position on Jeff Sington. A very good move as well. So yeah, we're joint with 3 wins each. So of course, we're not going to change that today. So this will be Owen's 2nd win here. If Owen does win, I've got to stop jinxing it. I've done this before, haven't I? Already in a short distance. Owen has won here before in 2011, the summer season, not the winter season. And that race was my debut. My whole career revolved around my whole online racing career for Dynamic Racing League revolved around this track. I was Owen's teammate, I believe, as a stand-in driver at Sauber. I made my debut around this track, standing in for, it must have been Juan, because Linden finished 2nd that day. So yeah, I must have been standing in for Juan, and I was doing really rubbish, really badly. And rain came late in the race, and I managed to get myself up to 6th, I think, in the end. And I remember that being like a really good high point for me, because I never used to get podiums or wins. So if you work hard, someone who's a bit further down the field as Spike comes into the pit for... Carter, comes to pits for another pit stop. This shows if you work really hard at it, no matter where you're finishing, you can eventually win races and become a champion. And this place has proved it for myself. So a quick rundown of the race order I believe is required at this point. In 1st position, making the 1-stop work perfectly, started medium tyres. Owen has been known to be great on strategy in the past, and he's demonstrating it again right here. So Orb King in 1st position in this race, currently around the Chinese Grand Prix, round 3 of the Dynamic Racing League. In 2nd place is Jayor, who did start on pole position, 2 stops. So ultra soft to soft again. Working out for him, really, isn't it? Of course, you must remember that Owen just has a master stroke in strategy, so hence why it worked out like that. 3rd place is Perry the Dog 6. Again, started in 2nd place, so in theory he's only lost 1 position, which was the position to Owen. In 4th place is Claudio, the top qualifier. No, he wasn't the top qualifier, his 2nd top qualifier on the soft tyres. Sorry, again, reading comments by Awesome231 or Severo now, saying, cool to see this racing series is still around. It is. We've rebranded it since you were around. Yeah, we wanted to give it a bit more individuality. I had great fun playing with Owen, Linden, etc. Nice to see Owen hasn't lost his edge. Yeah, Owen's never lost his edge. He's still a really good racing driver and probably still one of the best in the league, and probably will become 6-time champion, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, back to this. 4th place, Claudio. 5th place is Ryan Kai, 7. Sorry, I slowed down a little bit then, because I see there is a battle ensuing here for 5th position between Ryan Kai and Little Paul 78. Little Paul 78 is quite high up in the standings at the moment. He's currently 4th in the standings, and Ryan Kai is currently not registered in the standings because he still hasn't scored any points yet. So hopefully he can get some points this time around. I don't think he is going... There's going to be a move here anymore. I may miss an overtake. I do apologise if I just made that obvious. Biffa Chipmunk currently in 7th place, the longest standing driver in this league, a great clean driver. Has he ever won around this track? No, he hasn't won around here. Has he even got a podium around here, Biffa Chipmunk? No, he hasn't. That is surprising to me. Because again, I keep saying I always have great battles in around here, but he's never had a podium around China, which is very interesting indeed. In 8th position is Abajagua. I'm going to say it again. Abajagua 16, who is not ranked in the top 10 in the championship. Did he finish the last race? This is his first race, that is why. He's only recently bought the game. Hello, welcome to the game. Welcome to our league. He did race a few races last year. A good start, good debut for this season. Good start to the season for him. Getting some good points early on. 9th position is Mattis, who did qualify 16th, had some issues with connection. Still out there on the medium tyres. 3 stops. Pretty good overall, to be honest. Alpumutke, now this isn't a good story really overall. He'd be expecting better. I'm expecting better. 10th position. He would have been a championship favourite going into this season. Just the luck hasn't worked out from last race, of course. He wasn't there. I admit that. First race went completely wrong, but he did somehow manage to finish 8th, but so many issues. There were so many retirements in that race as well. But now he finds himself in 10th after qualifying. So where did he qualify in this race? He qualified 6th. Top of the soft runners though, and you know that he could have been 4th easily. So a bit surprising there for Alpumutke. Needs to find some form pretty quickly if he wants to actually make something of this championship. In 11th position, just out the points, battling away with Jeff Singleton there, is Spike, otherwise known as Luke, a very good racing driver. Like I always say every single time I go to him, wait for a wet race and he will perform very, very well, but we have no rain here today, so it's not relevant. Jeff Singleton in 12th. Where did he finish the first race to? Didn't finish the first race in the points, didn't finish the last race. Did he make... Yeah, he finished the last race in points. He finished 9th in the last race around Bahrain. So, there are no points here today, so, you know, we get an idea of where people stand, what people's pace is at this kind of point as it gets very wide off the circuit. In 13th place is Carter 5510. And in 14th place is Hixie123, 7th in the championship. Where did he finish the last race to? He finished the first race in 4th. And finished the last race out of the points, didn't finish. Did he even race last race? We don't know. He's not even racing this race, is he? 'Cause he's ghosted. And of course, the only incident we've had is the 2 Hasses wiping each other out in the end, effectively. Which is a shame, but the battle we need to watch now is Mattis closing down on Abu Jaguar 16, something like that. So, as we see him closing down on 8th position. Can he make this move stick? Can he make a move for a start? Not a move stick. Can he make a move? Okay, so I just got an update from Bryzy on what happened in that incident that wiped the Haas's out. So as I told you, we saw Bryzy on lap 11 spinning around. Oh no, he didn't. He got wiped out by the teammate. Who wiped who out? I thought Hughes Moves. Oh, Hughes Moves wiped Bryzy out in my opinion. Anyway, Bryzy. As we see the move on track now for 8th position. Sorry to cut away from what I was saying. Can he make it stick? Okay, that's why the McLaren 3 stopped. So Mattis here, 3 stop because Bryzy puts I trot over the McLaren's front wing at the hairpin at the end of the long straight, or caught in the gravel, lost the rear, and rest is history. Okay, so that's why there's a 3 stop for Mattis there. Highest of the 3 stoppers. So probably shouldn't be too disappointed, but showed good pace. Qualified. Didn't qualify, did he, because of his connection issue. Jeff Singleton now has got a 3-second time penalty, so you must remember these positions will probably change come the end of the race. Carter here is gaining on Jeff Singleton. Can he make the move stick up the inside? It does become the outside though. Yes, he is. in front of Jeff Singleton now. So Abachagua, I'm just looking at the gaps. There's always a thing to look at in these races, because you need to realise when there's a battle going on, when there isn't a battle going on. Sorry, I just like playing with that occasionally. So sorry, just lost my way a little bit. Here's Orb King in the lead. Chose his strategy very well and thinking smartly occasionally in the past. The rare occasions. You know, if you think back to the 2013-14, the seasons he won his championship, he was smart of his strategy. No one else could outthink him on strategy. As we see a yellow flag in third sector, I believe that would be for Carter. If we get that, yes, he's spun, he's had contact or something. Unusual's happened there, but that has... He's gone on to grass. He looks a bit distracted, if I'm honest. Let's ride to see if there's any damage on his front wing. Doesn't look like he's had any damage, so he can probably continue. Ryan Kai and Claudio, what's going on here? Claudio and Ryan Kai are battling for fourth position here. That came out of nowhere, didn't it? So all kicking off towards the end of this race. So can Claudio make it up to fourth position? Sauber and the Ferrari battling away as a yellow flag in sector 1 now. Probably for Carter again, because once you overheat your tyres it's difficult to keep it in a straight line. I'm just looking for the gaps, if anything's happening. Yeah, I believe it is for Carter, as we see the two battling away. DRS wide open for Claudio. Bit of contact. Ryan Kai tries coming back around the outside, tries cutting into the inside. Contact, damage for Ryan Kai. And that will be the end of that battle, probably. Yeah, you can see the front end plate damage on the left hand side of Ryan Kai's car. Yes, not the end plate, but the flaps on the car. So where is Owen on the track? He's now entering the third sector. Well, what can you say? 3 qualifyings, 3 bad qualifyings sessions, and somehow he's managed to walk away from the first race with a second place, from the second race a second place, and from this race a first place. For the last 3 years he's finished here in second place. For the last 2 races he has finished second place, if my information is correct. Yes. No, sorry, for the last race he finished third and second in the first race. But he's not going to finish second or third today. He is going to finish on the top step, and he is going to win here today to take the win and the lead in the championship. Second place, a very good race by Jayor, but ultimately lost out because of strategy. In third place now is Perry the Dog 6 to take up the podium. In fourth place, will it be Claudio's? A yellow flag up ahead, as that's Carter probably spinning. Don't get in the way. Ooh, close. So Claudio, he will finish fourth place in front of Ryan Kai. Not a bad position really overall. Fifth place, as we see Carter's got a puncture. Ryan Kai in fifth place. Little Paul in sixth as he comes up to lap Carter. Sixth place for Little Paul. Seventh bit for Chipmunk. Just on the line with Mattis. Look how close that is, 0.041. Ninth place is Abachagua. 10th place, not a very good 10th place, Alpu Metke. Coming across now in 11th place, just outside the points, will be Luke or Spike 10100 to take 11th, and 12th place is Jeff Singleton. So as you see, Owen on the top step of the podium for the first time this season, and I bet you any money it won't be the last time this season we see him lifting that trophy on top of the podium. Spraying the champagne everywhere, the now non-existent owner of Vijay Mallya there. You see the team photo you'll see all over Facebook later on. So here we go. Here are the final standings. Once they load, is Orb King in first position. Second place is Jayor driving for Renault. Third place is Perry the Dog 6 to round out the podium. Fourth place is Claire Eater ACC. Ryan Kai 7 takes fifth position. Sixth place is Little Paul 78. Seventh is Bifford Chipmunk. Eighth myatesftw. Abajagua 16th, and in 10th place taking the final points position is Alpu Mutke. Thank you for joining us today, as well. I'll just go through and see any incidents on here. So there's collisions, stop go for corner cutting on the first lap, warning, stop go warning for Hughes moves, 3 second time penalty for Hughes moves, 3 second time penalty for Spike, stop go for Mattis, stop go for Hughes moves, stop go for Hicksy. Yeah, I did read a minute ago on here from Jayor saying he got a 3 second, he got 2 pit lane speed penalties while the pit limiter was on. So does show that there's a few issues with that if that was the case. Anyway, thank you for joining us for this race today. It was good to have you along with us. I'm just going to open this to make sure there's nothing I need to say in this. So yeah, there's going to be some investigations by the look of it of Ryan Kai and Jeff Singleton. Things have happened. I'm not going to comment on it because I don't actually have all the details. Excuse me, so that would be wrong of me to do, and I don't want to accuse anything of something that they may have potentially or not potentially done. So thank you for joining us today in China. As you see, there are places available in this league. If you want to join, you have to join first of all as a reserve driver. And then when there's a gap available, we will promote you to the main seat. So the next race is the crazy Baku race in Azerbaijan next Sunday, and there would also be a Classic League race on Saturday, the date before, which is the 13th of October. So make sure if you want to take part in the Classic League. I won't be commentating on that race, unfortunately. I won't be around. So thank you for joining us. Please make sure to subscribe, like this video, subscribe to my channel, like our Facebook page, and we will see you again hopefully very, very soon. So goodbye.